Hello, good evening, everyone. Please do confirm you can hear me. Okay, all right. I trust your day has been great so far, and your week also. So, in today's class, we'll be looking at design system, which is very important. And I would like you to, Aditi, you are raising your hand. You have the floor.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Sorry, please about the assignment. I don't know how can we get the mobile responsiveness?
Is it the one you want to submit tonight?
Yes, you won't want to submit this. Keep quiet. This night.
Yeah, he or she.
Sir?
He or she, your baby.
E.
Actually, he just explained that. He just explained it now. All right. So, basically, for the what's it called? Responsiveness. Um, what should I do? I was planning on doing the mobile responsiveness. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Um, right, confirm you can see my screen. All right. So as I was saying that I was planning we could do this tomorrow. We could do the mobile responsiveness. We could do the mobile responsiveness tomorrow because design system could take our time, or probably we look at the mobile responsiveness now, just quickly do it, and we touch on um design system, and tomorrow we do that and we touch on the theoretical aspect of the design system, and we look at the practical aspect tomorrow. What do you think? Do you understand what I said? So no, don't just indicate, talk on mute and talk so I can know where we are headed. Should we have a practical aspect to the mobile responsiveness of this now? I will look at the theoretical aspect of design system, and tomorrow we'll look at the practical aspect of design system, and we are done. Or we just go into design system purely now.
I think I think because good evening, sir. Because of the fact
Yeah, good
that the
evening.
assignment is going to close up this night, maybe we should just do the mobile responsiveness so that we can adjust anything we need to adjust, and then you can give us feedback for tomorrow on what
All
you've done.
right. If you agree to that, you can just indicate.
I agree.
As expected. All right. Do you have anyone that doesn't agree with that? I think Joy is for both parties, or I don't know, because you just indicated she doesn't agree with it.
I agree, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's proceed then. So once we are done with the mobile experience very quickly, we just look at the theoretical aspect of design system, and tomorrow we'll just strictly for practicals. Okay. But I hope, where are you guys on your personal project, the mobile application? I hope you guys are doing it, sha. But we'll talk about that after this class, sha. So just get ready. Okay, let's get right into it. So when we are talking about mobile responsiveness, we are talking about the fittings of this. I said it in the last class that we just designed a kind of a, I think I still have the presentation here. Okay, we just designed a, let's call this a landing page, a web landing page. Understood? But you know that your website, you can also have access to your website, so a site via your mobile devices. Am I correct? You understand? So how it will not look like this on your what, on your mobile device. Do you understand? So let's say that we have this. Let's go back to this, and we have let's change our prototype. Okay, let's change our prototype. We'll bring up preview here. And let's say now we want to set a mobile device for this design to preview our design. Let's use iPhone. Let's use iPhone what? iPhone 14. Yes, let's use iPhone 14. And let's see. You can see how it looks. And this is definitely not what we want. Do you understand? This is not what we want. So it needs to fit in with the mobile devices. So that is why we need to design a what? A mobile responsiveness for our site, for our website. So now let's get right into it. So we do, the first thing is what? To create what's it called? Create a frame. Let's create a frame. Let's use our device iPhone 13 and 14. Let's have it here. Or let's have it at the side here. At the side here. I think I love it here. Let's put it on page. Then let's fetch our status bar. This our status bar here. Put that at the top. So once we have, please can you see my screen? All right. So the first thing is what? You see all this here, all this right here. Okay, let's have our logo first. Let's have our logo. Our logo should be here. So Now we want to work something here. We reduce our logo size. So 24. Reduce our logo size to 24, then 24 to the left, then let's have 20. You see all these login all services about, they will be inside the what? A menu. So you create a menu button as anyhow you want it. Let's create a menu button here. And let me menu. So make sure it's the same font. So what font I would do is we use what is it called? Monito. Your font must not be different. Monito. We use medium 16. Then create an auto layout. What's the color code? Use 2424. Our text button and our fill color. Let's have our fill color here. I think we use button size. So yeah, we should be using so it's 24, and this one should use 6. We have our button here, so 24 to the right. Then we'll put both of them auto layout. 20 to the top. Yeah, we'll move to this one here. Duplicate. Reduce the text size here to 16. This is 16. Our icon to 16 too. So the group 24. They now adjust the frame. So it should be 24, 42. The height to be 42. Then we have this 24 here, 42 to the top. Then we have our text here. Copy our text here. This should be 42. And I should be 50. So in your group templates. Are you following? All right. Why this will be restriction. So to layout 24. The text between my header and my body text should be, let me see, 4. Let's see, 4. Now I have my button here. Copy. Let me on group. Hmm. Then like my button system. This is 151. This one should be 151. So maybe to 152, 152. So align my text, maybe align my text. All right. I think my button text is too much. Let me do 14. Yeah, let me do 14. Let's see. This is important. All right. So I have my button version and everything. Let me see the height of my button to see if it's okay. 44. Yeah, 44 is okay. Yeah, 44 is okay for my button depth. So it will be very easy. Both of them auto layout. Then I do 24 to the top. That do first. That's 2. Then what's the next thing? Next one is this. Then we have this. Okay, and we'll put test two. This subsystem. So system. So okay, we have 8. One is okay. Do 2. Okay. 0 then. It's 4. Our line height. Our line height. So our line height here. Should be 42 or 1.5 or 1. I think this one's still looking thick. Yeah, 1.5 or 2 layouts. We have 6 here. Let's have 18. Then duplicate. It's duplicate. So for this last one, we'll need this. So this here, we have, let's put, is anyone having issues?
Joy said she can't see your screen. So I said maybe it's her network. Mommy.
Joy, please just try to join back. Okay. What's the second one? The second one is years
I'll start
experience.
now, don't worry.
Okay, all right, that's good. It's 10 years experience. 10 plus. Experience. That's only 10 plus. So strong partners. Okay. So we have that sorted out. Let's make sure it's 24. So 24 to be done. Let's book it for 2. Yeah. So let's have our image. Our image, it's pretty, but before then, let's have this right. Yes, well turned out. So let's extend the frame. On group. Of this and adjust it. Let me click it. Let me use my scaling tool. You use scale to scale it. Let me scale it a bit. But let me just leave it. So instead of having 1, instead of having 2, let's have 1. And let's see. Our chair is let's see, 300. Yeah. Let's see, 400. Yeah. So our chair should be sitting pretty. So what to do? And this one should come out. Yeah. Pretty. And we have this right here. To the 90. Let's have it to 90. Then we have this close. So let's look at this. This is having height 100. Let's use 72. Yeah. And our text is having, each of these texts is having what? It's having 24. We don't need 24. So I'll drag this out. Along group. This should be around 16, 20. But let's leave it at 24. So since it's a marquee, let's leave it at 24. Here it should be 120. Close it up. Then we are done with the mobile responsiveness of our what's it called? Then here you something you and have the floor.
Yes, I want to ask, the that 1,000 satisfied clients and everything is not centered. Is that done on purpose? Like,
Yes. I'm maintaining my left alignment here.
okay.
Yeah. So so for your menu now, your drop down should not have what this here. Will have this home service, about us, contact us, and login. Is that what taking? All right. So now we can now preview and see. And see it's well okay now. I will move back. So these are once they click on this site, these are it will look like. These are it will look like. Exactly. These are it will look like on the mobile. You understand? So you can use your Figma mirror to see it too. So any question? All right, Joy, you have the floor.
So when I was doing the assignment, I was struggling to find the font that you used. This and the one you used for the major text in the
The header or
what's
body
it called now?
text.
Both of them.
I use Clash Display here and I use Lonito for the body text. So you can just go
Like
to any
I searched for it, but it was saying no found.
eh,
Yes.
let me check. Lonito is a very common question here. I'm seeing Lonito here.
Search for the other one.
I think it's the other one that is not available. The clash something.
Yeah, the other one is not available.
Yes, it's not available.
I can see Clash Display here.
Are you using a different site or is
I'm
that
using a
what you
site
have
now.
to?
I'm using font size. You use different font size to check whatever font you are looking for. Like now, I'm on font share,
Which particular site?
fontshare.com.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So that's that for the mobile responsiveness. Any other question before we move on to question? Okay, in that sense of no other question. So right now, if people view their site on the phone, they won't know the stress you go through. They're less concerned. You are the one that will know that okay, I have to design the mobile responsiveness of this. Do you understand? And in most cases, if you have a good front-end developer, you might not even need to design the mobile responsiveness. Do you understand? But if it's requested, you can now go ahead to design the mobile responsiveness. I hope that is well taken. So and I mean that's just for a live project. But if for a just for a design that you want to showcase, you have to design the mobile responsiveness so you let them know that this is how it should look like on mobile. You understand where you are presenting to the stakeholders or you want to showcase your work on maybe or your portfolio or whatever social platform you want to showcase your work. So you can just go ahead and do it. But for live projects, if the front-end developer did not ask for it, or you are not satisfied with the way it did the responsiveness, you just have to design it. Do you understand? Because that's the issue you'll be having with developers, especially the front-end developers. If they did not give you exact thing you want, you have to let them know. So I hope that is clear. All right. So now we are looking at design system. Understanding design system. This is very key. This is one area that you need to pay attention to. And thank God that we're not having a practical aspect where we'll be um rushing ourselves. So tomorrow will be strictly design system. Building a design system is very key. And if you are not calm and everything, you will not get it. Do you understand? So you have to pay attention to details, be very calm and listen closely, ask questions for designing the system because it's very important thing in product development. Do you understand? So we'll be looking at why design system matters. I'll be looking at tokens, grids, component patterns, and tomorrow we'll be building a mini design system. Do you understand? So what's a design system? What is a design system? A design system is a collection of reusable components, rules, and guidelines that help team design and build products consistently. Do you understand? The word there is consistently. You build product consistently. Do you understand? Because a design system is the single source of truth for how a product should look and behave. Do you understand? So once you have a good design system, it means you are building a solid project or solid product. Do you understand? So it's a collection of reusable components, rules, and guidelines that helps teams design and build products consistently. So design system is not only for designers, it's for developers too, because it's a single source of truth for both developers, the management, and the product management and the developers. So basically, it's a single source of truth for the product development team. Are we together? So this includes this includes colors, typography, spacing, rules. It helps you build a kind of colors, build a typography system, spacing rules too. We have the buttons whereby you have to create a reusable. We know that you'll be using this product buttons, these particular buttons across many times across your cross board. You have to create components and use that it should be in your design system. We have forms where people input data, input details of things. Yes, so you'll be using these forms form more than one. You have to include it in your design system, so that when another designer comes on board or developer, we see that okay, this is what is in this exact form type template that we are using for this product. You understand? We have cards too, where it carries a particular simple details and information. We have modals too, so you have to know the kind of modals you work with. Do you understand? Something happened. Was it on Monday? I was speaking with a front-end developer. I told her to implement a change. Do you understand? So she went to use another modal. I have to redirect her to the design system that was created. That this is the modal that we are using for this product. So she needs to He had to go back and fetch it and use it. Do you understand? Because if the models are getting are being what's it called, different across the projects, across the products, it's a problem. You'll be giving users problem like, am I giving them time to think, or are we still on this product or not? So it's inconsistency in design. So that's what design system is all about. We have the layout grids for responsiveness, for alignment to and responsive rules. We have the usage guidelines, do's and don'ts. Do you understand? So design system includes these things. Do you understand? So why design system matters? Number one is what? Consistency across the product, just like I cited earlier. So without a design system, one screen uses a blue button, another uses a green button for the same CTA button. Do you understand? So it confuses the users. Do you understand? So another one is fonts change randomly. Without the design system, fonts change randomly. You can use, probably you are using six, up to six or more than three fonts in your what, in your products. Do you understand? So without design system, spacing feels messy and uneven. Do you understand? So, but with a design system, buttons, colors, spacing, typography, they are standardized. They are even, they are uniform. Do you understand? Across board. The product feels cohesive and what? Professional. There is cohesion and what? Professionalism added to what? To your design, to your product. Another one is with a design system, users don't have to relearn how things works on every page. They don't have to relearn. When they get to one screen, you have to look like, okay, I think this is the exact button. And that page, I have to start looking, okay, I think this is another button. So users don't have to what, relearn how things works on every project. So the impact is that consistent design builds trust and makes the product easier to use. We talked about when we are talking about consistency in UI design. Do you understand? As a principle. So consistency, what makes your it's consistent design builds trust and makes the what, the product easier to what, to use. If we look at the Dive Africa site, you understand that there's a consistency across board. You're already familiar with it. So when you go to and when you move to another screen, you're still familiar with, okay, I'm still on Dive Africa website. So that's consistency. So look at the simple area section we did. If you are to design other screens, we have to maintain that consistency. Do you understand? So that users from the get-go or from the landing page, they'll feel this kind of what's it called? They'll feel familiar. They'll familiarize themselves with what, with the product from the get-go. Do you understand? Are we together? So another one is that why design system matters is speed and efficiency for designers and what, developers. It aids speed and what, efficiency for designers and developers. You know, imagine every new page starting from the scratch. It's slow and tiring. Do you understand? But once I have my design system, all I just need to do, it makes it efficient. I just need to fetch it from my assets or from my files. Do you understand? Because it has been created already. And that is for the elements or things I'm using consistently across board. Do you understand? So with a design system, designers reuse pre-built components, the buttons, inputs, cards, forms, models. Do you understand? Even developers reuse their component to their front-end component. Do you understand? Because the developers have their own component too. So they reuse front-end component linked to the same system, new pages and assembly. Do you understand? So all these together, it speeds up what, design work. It reduces errors and it makes iteration faster to use. Do you understand? It makes it faster. So another one is better collaboration. Better what? Better collaboration. Better collaboration. So a design system creates a shared language between designers, developers, product managers, just like I said earlier. To understand? So it aids a better and effective collaboration between product development team. You understand? So, for example, instead of saying that blue button at the top, we say that, okay, use the primary button. You understand? Use the primary button. So once they look at the asset, they will see what the primary button there. So everyone knows exactly what that means. So that's the power of what creating a design system. So let's look at another one, which is scalability. You understand? So when we are talking, well, another reason why design system is important is it helps for a scalable product. So as the product grows, more pages, more features, new platforms. You understand? So you don't need to look from the scratch again. Just need to build on what is the existing system. You understand? So design system allows you to scale without chaos. You can add new components while keeping the same style. You understand? You avoid a Frankenstein, that is UI full of random styles. It's a chaos already. So you avoid such scenarios. Do you understand? And lastly, it helps what to build quality and what brand consistency. Do you understand? So looking at the design we did in this thing in the year now, we already know that. Can someone tell me we're already looking at the colors now. You already know the brand colors of this housemate product. Am I correct? So from the landing page, you already know that, okay, this is the brand color of this project, of this what's it called, of this brand. You understand? So you already feel familiar. You already feel cool with it, because that's one of the things that will attract you. The aesthetic. Do you understand? Is one of the things that attracts you towards, okay, let me see this product. Do you understand? So from the get-go, you feel what? You feel familiar with what? With the product. So we have the brand identity, the colors, the tone, the typography, design quality, the spacing, the contrast, and the hierarchy. So that's it for what? Design system. So no matter who designs or code the screens together, the result remains on brand and high quality because of what? Because of design system. So we are fetching from a single source of truth. Both designers and what? Developers. Are we together? So now let's look at tokens, grids, components, and patterns. You understand? So because these are the things that makes up what your design system. So let's look at design tokens. Design tokens are the smallest reusable design values stored as variables. There's something called variables in Figma, on Figma. If you look at can you see my cursor? These are variables. So once you open it, you create variables whereby you can use it. That means you are creating your what? Design tokens. You are creating what? Your design tokens. You understand? So design tokens are the smallest reusable design values stored as what? Variables. For example, we have the colors, we have the primary color. Do you understand? Okay, you have the color codes, you have the accent colors, you have the color codes. These are tokens, these are variables. Do you understand? So you store them as variables so that you can reuse them across your project or your design. We have the typography, we have the font family, we have the font size, we have the font family. We have the Nonito, the splash display, we have the cancel we have the poppins, we have and the likes. We have the font size too. So we store all these as variables from the medium, regular, semi-bold, bold, extra bold, thin, light, and the likes. You understand? So we have spacing, a spacing of 8 pixels, either 16 system or 16 pacing system or 8 spacing system. You understand? We have the radius too, either 8. Yes, and we have shadows, we have borders, as much as you can use it. So you store them as well, variables. So all these design tokens, they are using what? In Figma styles. just where I showed you. Tomorrow we'll see how we're going to use it. You understand? How to create it and how to use it. You understand? And we are using what? Encoding the CSS. You understand? So developers and designers use the same values. We use the same values. So I won't use a color code and developers will not use another color code. I will have to let the developers know that no, this is the right color code. You are seeing it there. You understand? Just fetch it from there, from the variables, from that that's as where I store it as variables. You understand? So why does token matter? One place to what? To update everywhere to reflect. So you update in one place, it reflects everywhere. You understand? So it's as sweet as that. You just need to understand how to create it. You understand? If primary color changes, all buttons what? Updates automatically. So it keeps design consistent and scalable. You understand? So you see tokens are like naming your style decision so you can reuse them everywhere. So you can reuse them where? Everywhere. You understand? So that's design token. I hope we are together. So now let's look at grid. Let's look at grid. We talked about grid last week, but so these are part of the layout system in what? In a design system. They are what? A part of what? Of a design system in a layout what? In a layout system. So when we are talking about grid, we are talking about the invisible lines, all those structural guides that help designer maintain alignment and what? And spacing. You understand? So they ensure what? They ensure consistency and make interface easier to what? To navigate. You understand? So they define how many columns a screen uses. Gutter, the gutter means the space between columns, margin space at both edges. You understand? So we have the grid system for desktop, tablets, and what? Mobile. For desktop, we use the 12-column system. For tablet, we use the 8-column systems, and for mobile, we use the 4-column system. You understand? So all these things are things you need to understand. So grid ensures what? Alignment, balance, and easy responsiveness from desktop to tablet to mobile. You understand? Grid system helps you to what? To ensure this responsiveness. So in a design system, grid rules are documented. So once you use it, once you save it, it's documented. You just need to what? Apply it wherever you want to use it. So all designers follow the same layout approach. So now let's look at components. We've talked about components many times in this journey, but this is another time to look at it again. Components are what? They are reusable UI pieces built using tokens and what? Tokens and grids. So those are components. These are what? Components. So example is what? We have the buttons. We have when we are talking about buttons, we look at a practical approach, I think 2 classes back, looking at the primary, secondary, and the icons and everything. We have the input field, the text field, the password, the drop downs. We have the cards too, whereby you can have different cards depending on the necessity of what? Of it. You understand? We have the navigation bars too, the tabs, the badges, the chips. So each component uses tokens that is same color, font sizes, and spacing. They follow the same what? They follow a grid system and the hash state. We look at it, we have the default state, the over state, the active state, the disable state, the error state, and the success state. You understand? So the design system documents how to use them, defines the name. So you save it in the variables, you store the names, you save the names. Either buttons, primary, large, input, as depending on how you want to remember it or how you want to use it. So design system prevents what? In design system, it prevents random variations. So you don't just use variations as you like. Use a defined variations that is built for that product, and everyone uses it across board. So why does components matters? They are the building blocks of every screen. Designers don't recreate buttons every time. You understand? So when you get to on the landing page, you create a button. When you now get to the next screen, probably contact me, you are still creating buttons. Kilo day. You understand? So components helps you to what? You just need to fetch it from wherever you saved it from your assets. Fetch it when you get to another screen, and you are good to go. It's as easy and efficient as it is. Do you understand? Developers can map this to what? Code their own what? Their components. So that's all about components. Now let's look at patterns, which is, I think, the last part here on the design system. So patterns are reusable solutions to common user problems built using what? Multiple components. Let me take that here. They are reusable solutions to common user problems built using multiple components. So for example, we have a form pattern. There's a pattern for a form that you want to use for this product. So you have to include it what? In your design system. So we have the label input, the text, and the error message. Do you understand? So another designer will know that, okay, this is the pattern we are using for the form. You understand? The search pattern, from the search bar, the filters, and the result list, you have to create it if you know that you'll be using it many times, like this, using as a reusable element or component. You understand? So these are patterns. You understand? These are patterns. Okay, this is how the search bar will look like. It's a pattern. The onboarding patterns. We have the navigation patterns too. You understand? From the sidebar to the top bar to the content area. So patterns answer questions like, how do we undo a kind of action across all board, like this, a login action across all products? How does a typical form look like in our system? So I need to know that, okay, this is the form that I'll be using for this solution, this product. So you understand? So how should empty states or error states look like? You understand? If you look at different products, you see that their error state, the way they design their error state differs. You understand? Some might look alike, but that's what they define it to be for their product. So you have to define it. How should the empty state look like? How should the success state look like? How should the error state look like? You understand? So it will be what? Uniform. It will become a pattern. So patterns, they are more abstract than what? Than components. They are all about flows and behaviors, not just the visuals alone. They're about the flows. Okay, how does it look? How does it link together? You understand? So why does pattern matters? They provide predictable experiences for users. They provide what? A predictable experiences for users. So users get familiar and they have what? They have a good experience while using your product or going through your design. So they help teams solve similar problems the same way. So you solve the problem the same way because you have a pattern. There's a clear pattern for a particular for a pattern of solution for a particular problem. You understand? They enforce user experience consistency, not just the user interface consistency. So it's about when we're talking about flow, we are talking about the UX. You understand? So it's not just about visuals. It helps to enforce UX consistency and not just UI consistency alone. You understand? That's all about what? About what patterns. And how does all these things fit together? How to use all things together? For tokens, we are talking about the small styles values, the color spacing, and the font from font family to font size. So grid is for structure. Tokens is for the small visual values. Grid is what? To have a structure, a layout, elements, balance, alignment. I said element, alignment rather. Do you understand? You have the color layout, responsiveness too. Why the component is the pieces, the buttons, the cards, the input field. Do you understand? Why the patterns are the solutions to problems. Do you understand? From the login, the logout should look like the checkout, the onboarding, the search bar, the error states, the success states, how they look like. So all these put together form what? The design system. So when we have all these things together, we are talking about design system as a whole. Do you understand? Any question? Any question on design system?
I think I have a question though.
All right, you have the floor.
Yeah, like you showed us how to create a component. So if you are to create other things like the patterns and everything, though I know we've not been in the practical aspect. So how do we keep them on the file on the page?
So basically, when you are creating a design system, it's stored on the file automatically. Do you understand? It's stored in the file automatically. So you just need to fetch it. So that's why I said for your tokens, you create as a variable. So let me quickly just do an example here. Let me just do an example here. Let me create okay, let me say let's have a color. I have a color. Okay, let me create a frame. I have a color here, and let me pick a color. Okay. And I want to create a shade of this green. Let me just see opacity 80, 60. This is 40, and this is what? This is 20. Let me use this as 10. You understand? So, and let me have this side by side. Okay, let me have 18, 16, 40, right? Yeah, 20. Let me have a 10 here. So there are plugins whereby you can use to create shades and things of your color. You can just look for the plugin, but I don't. There are times whereby we use that. I don't, just for efficient, I don't really think I need that now. So so let me create a variable. Let me create a variable now. All right, come here, create my variable. You see, create color. So I have my green, green 4/100. Then I have 6 of that, Abby. enter. All right. So all I just need to do is just, these are opacity. I just use this opacity to create a cheese on it of this. So I just need to copy this one so I can have this thing, copy it, color code. It will give me the right color code. Give me the right color code. And this. Okay, this is the 4-1. One, 6. So, all right. So you just duplicate this here. Yellow. I just change it here. Um, yeah, so I have it there. All I need to brush off. Um, So I have my this thing here. Let me change this color. So you can rename your this thing to the, what's that self or Smith. So we can have, you see, we have the value here. You understand? So if you go back to it now, if I should create a frame here, I have it stored here. This, something. So we have it stored here. If I want to create a button, I just press my fill color here and have it here. So though we'll still rename some things to maybe the primary yellow or everything. So that's that. Any other question? Any other question? Yeah, I guess there's no other question. There's no other question. Okay. So that means so now tell me, let me start by mentioning, so you tell me what stage are you in your mobile app? Uh, so I'm coming. So let's start with something. What stage are you now? Just unmute and talk.
Sir, you called me?
Yes.
Oh, I think, let me just say, I just my just the research stage actually. I've not
So
started
which
sketching
which
anything
one have
for.
you done? Where are you on your user research?
I said that uh I already did survey survey research. So those results are what I want to just check into to start prepping for my designs actually.
From your survey to your design?
Like when I look at the survey, that's when I would like bring out the user problem, the statement of the problem, and then the solution to what we want to create
No,
and
there's
refine it
problem.
properly.
No, no, there's problem. No, not at all. That's not the way it should go. You don't create your problem statement from survey. No, you already have a problem statement already. Jonathan, you're only gathering data,
Yes, I
insights. So it's from your survey, you pick those that you conduct interview for. So your survey is to streamline those you interview. So it's from your interview, you create your what? Your user persona and empathy mapping. And from there, you create your what? You create your, what's it called? Your competitive analysis. You do your competitive analysis, you do your user journey and user flow before your sketching and everything.
okay, sir. I think I mix it.
All right. So wisdom, you
I'll
have the
check.
floor. Wisdom, you are next. Is wisdom on this call? Okay, if wisdom is not on this call, not active.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sir, can you hear me? My network has much. I was saying that
Oh,
I'm still here to finalize with my product, though I will wrap it up this weekend. And once I come to the conclusion, I will set my problem placement. Then start my survey.
okay. All right, let me quickly tell you this. This for everyone. There's another one coming up, and if everything jam packed together, you will feel overwhelmed. You understand? You feel overwhelmed. And at that point, you will now get tired. So it's always good to do things at the right time and by stages by stages. You understand? You can choose, okay, this week is for user research. Okay, they want to do two survey, depending on the time, depending on the responses. Maybe throughout that week, I should be able to finish the user survey and the user interview. Then you move on to the next stage. You understand? So, because at the end of this journey, which I think from next week, you'll be given a capstone project or whatever, depending on how they it. So now look at it that you're not doing two things together. You are building two products, you're building two this thing together. So you just need to what's it called? Do whatever you want to do the needful as soon as possible. Abiadem Aminat, you can unmute and talk.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
So I'm still trying to conclude on the industry to work on. So by the end of this week, I would start something. Yeah, for
O- Okay, all right, no problem. So, and again, for those that will be creating survey, you can send it to, make sure you send it, you can send it to any your user might be in the class, your WhatsApp status, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, or anywhere you feel you can get the data, you understand, for your survey. And if uh okay, if you have any question, any further question, you can always hit my DM. So next is Adeoti Joseph from Lade. You have the floor. The mic is yours.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Ever since I think I asked that question, I don't think I've been able to actually do anything on it. But I think I will see to it and check if there's an existing app on it, and then ask people around, or do a survey actually. If it will be a user, eh, how do I put it? User solution. I don't know if that's correct.
No, I don't understand what you're saying again.
If it will be useful for the user, that's what I was trying
So
to say.
before you create a survey, you already thought of a solution that you feel like is a real time, that will solve a real time problem. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So your survey is not basically to know if it's a real-time solution or you already thought of it. So it's just to know that, okay, are there people using this thing? Are there people interested in using this solution? Will it interest them to use all those kind of stuff? Do you understand? Okay, all right. Azuno, be good news. You have the floor.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah, good evening.
For me, I was thinking about doing one something before. I already created a survey for it, but
Okay.
I just uh, changed it. Like I saw that the other one would be too complex. I want to do something simple. So I'm yet to, I'm yet to create another survey for that one. Like this now in my head.
So you feel like if you do this one, it's like you'll be shooting yourself.
Yeah, so
So a product designer is looking for simple and soft work. Okay.
it's not even about the simple. It's still going to solve problem now. All of them are
It's
simple problem they solve.
but you're looking at the solution, the problem that is not kind of complex. All right, no problem. All right. So let's go to Joy.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
I've not really started anything. So my problem is the
Your
problem that I
challenge
want to
is
solve. Yes, my challenge is the thing I want to solve. Something like that already exists. Should I still go ahead with it, or I should look for an entirely new problem?
all right. So basically, the thing is in this life, there's nothing new. You understand? We are only bidding on what is. If you think of something that is doing today, go online. You see that people is it exists today. You understand? So what you need to do, that's why I mentioned competitive analysis. There is part of your user experience, your US deliverables, whereby you do a market research, you check your competitors using the SWOT analysis, you check for the strengths, the weakness, opportunities, and everything. You understand? So you see where you can improve on the solution. Okay, probably let's look at a kind of what solution now. We know we have loan solutions, a different product catering for loans. But if you look at them, one is having more features than the other. One is solving a problem that he or she has detected, like, okay, I think these people, they are not kind of, what's it called? Doing a verification, this thing. Okay, my own product will be having a verification. Okay, I think all these people are having a verification mode. I think I can include. So you just look for something to include to make you stand out, whereby when it gets to the market, it will sell. I don't know if you get my analysis. Joy, there. All right. And again, there are some solutions that are not that common. It exists, but it's not that common. Do you understand? So you are just bringing it to the grassroots or bringing it to your audience. Do you understand?
Okay, sir.
So please quickly get on to it and just do the needful. So let's go to OG Perpetual. Is OG Perpetual on the call? Okay, let's have Shin Wajayu. Shin Wajayu, you have the floor. The mic is yours.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Question. I'm still trying to follow up with everything that everyone is saying. I really do not have any questions.
Not question, no. You are the one answering my question.
Oh, okay. What question?
I said the solution you are building, what stage are you? What's the present stage?
I haven't started.
Wow.
I haven't started.
Wow. Why?
What?
Why?
I did not. How do I even say this? I did not start with when the whole class started. I'm trying to catch up.
But you have the videos available now.
Yes, I do, and I'm trying to catch up on them really too. I've
All
been
right.
doing all I can because it's not like there are other things that I'm doing at this time. So I'm just taking them in sizes like that.
Okay. All right. Just make sure you get, because I believe everybody's doing that thing. So just get right onto it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Sunday Alade, you have the mic.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Actually, I've not actually started anything yet, sha, because of my engagements in the morning, sha. I'm always busy in the morning, but I will try and start something maybe from tomorrow, sir.
All right. So the thing is, it's not a rule, but if you are busy in the morning, you have the night, you have to deprive yourself. If you don't, something have to go for something. That's the rule of life. You understand? It's not easy. Sincerely speaking, it's not easy. So once you get into it in the market today, or when we say once you start working as a product designer now, you know that you realize that you'll be sacrificing your time, your night. You'll be sacrificing your night for most of this project and everything, because you have deliverables, you have timelines. So you just have to make sure that you meet up. So that's just it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thank you. So any other question? Does anyone have questions before we call it a wrap tonight, and we'll look at the practical aspect tomorrow? All right. So in that sense, okay, Joy, you have the floor.
Sorry, sir, how many people do we have to interview or survey? Like, do we need a large number or like maybe 5 to 10 people?
For the survey or for the interview?
Both.
So survey is as much as people can respond um to the survey. So it is from there, the larger the bigger the number, the better on how to know those that you interview. When you're having two responses on your survey and none of them indicated that you need to do interview. So you just need to keep reposting or posting your survey till you have a large sum of numbers responding to the interview, to the survey, and okay, out of probably 4 people responded to your survey, and you have two that indicated to or agreed for the interview, you can proceed with that. Depends on how you want it. You understand? So if I do interview for 6 people, it will give me a deeper insight. You understand? All right. Further questions? All right. So we see tomorrow, right? So by God's grace.
Yes, sir.
So all right, do well to finish up with your assignments. I will see you tomorrow by God's grace. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Good night, sir.